So 3 to 4 weeks ago, I decided to go out to interior Colorado to take. I started this channel for a company, for a stock photography company called Shutterstock. It was like making or writing articles basically about video editing, not photography or anything like that. And so I started making videos with two other guys, and that was when I was living in Denton, Texas. And we just built the channel up. When I moved to New York, I was like, well, I hate the videos that I've been making for that channel. So I'm going to try to do something like I'm going to try to make a video that like I would actually want to make, that is separate from like what I think would be successful on YouTube's or that I've seen so far. So I was like, well, I want to do something slower and just my own thing. And so I just like made a video. I made 2 videos while I was in New York, and then COVID hit and I lost my job. So I was like, okay, why don't I just like start working on the channel and like really kind of explore this area and like explore the East Coast a little bit and try to get better. And so that's kind of how it like evolved into what it is now. And then eventually we moved out to Denver. And so I do have a funny story about living in Denton. There was this like open door to this on the side of this building, and I was like, I just assumed that it was like a little store or something. And so I walked in, and there's just like all of this film stuff, like negatives hung. There's like a big desk in the middle with like prints laid out for like, I guess, making a book or something. And then like in the back, it looked like there was like some kind of like studio or editing station or something. And I was like, what the hell is this? And there's like big, large format cameras. And then Jason Lee like steps out of the back, and he stepped out, and I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, holy shit. Okay. And I was like, I was standing there, and he like did not acknowledge me at all. And then he just like keeps doing what he's doing. He just looks up and goes, what's up? But I was like, that's cool. I don't know what this is, but it's cool. And so I left, and then he ended up having a show. I went to see that, and he had he had just very big photos on display in this gallery. And it was like, I had never seen anything like that, because it was like such clear photos that were exposed very well. And it looked like real life almost. And I was like, that was the first time when I was like, I don't know what this is, but I want to get into it somehow. And so then I bought a Mamiya 645, and then it quickly broke. I think about movies I like versus movies that, fit in my heart somewhere, that like speak to like who I am as a person. And I think for that, it's probably anything by Terrence Malick. I think like any kind of, I think with like nature, his films tackle nature and the idea of nature in a very specific way that's not exactly accessible for everyone, but when it works for you, it really works. And I try to take the same idea and apply it to my videos. Like, I know that not everyone is going to enjoy my videos, or they might get bored, or they might think that they're like pretentious or whatever, but like it's what I enjoy making, and the pacing and the music is like the music that I would like to see in a video and that I enjoy listening to. And so in the past, he shot a lot of his movies like using natural light. I don't know. It's fun to learn, and it's fun to like fail, and it's fun to like bring footage in and see how you messed up one shot, or like why you didn't expose it correctly. It's the same thing with like film photography. It's just like a learning experience. And that I also feel is like Paris, Texas is a big influence. You know, it's just a beautiful movie, and I think the way it's shot is like very relevant to photography right now. Like I think it's the aesthetics of it are very, you know, you see it everywhere pretty much. But I watched a lot of his movies to try to study how he like frames a scene without movement and how to make it interesting. And like obviously I have not mastered that at all, but it's fun to try to, it's like a little game to figure out like, okay, I've got a rock and I've got like a tree in the background. How do I like frame this accordingly with the right lens and like make it interesting, because it's not going to be moving like most YouTube videos, which is like, you know, a free roaming camera with someone walking in front of it. The goal was always and probably will always be to be a filmmaker, to make, you know, it sounds like a cliche to want to make movies, but like if I'm just being honest with myself, I'd love to make movies. That sounds like a dream. With my channel, I try to incorporate the two in a way that's like, that just makes sense for me, and that I'm able to enjoy myself while I'm out there, because you know, I don't really view myself as a photographer. Filmmaking has come first and photography second, but lately I've kind of found myself trying to find a way to put story above all else, and then incorporate those two elements into the story in a way that's like just entertaining for people. I'm kind of working on my print shop right now, so my voice cracked. Goodbye.